Yeah, we're trying to find something to actually keep that fucking thrall or Bob, the zombie guy, from killing our fucking animals and attacking people. So I was gonna go look for like a thrall that actually was able to. Holy shit. You're alive. I'm looking for something we can put in replacement for the what am I saying? Words. I know them, I swear. To put up. Oh god, no. Shoot. I just did something terrible. I knocked my boom mic arm out of the socket. Put back in. Okay, got it. That was unsafe. For sure. Put that back over there. Put this back over here. Want a custom NPC? Yes? Is that a question? Is that an option? I was gonna get like maybe like a fighter or something because he keeps fucking dying. You literally are doing exactly what I thought I was gonna do today.
Oh my god.
This was literally like what I was. How's she doing?
She's almost fully trained. I got her from Mr. Sully, and this is gonna be a new god to kill Bob.
Is she a Sumerian or what was she?
She was a named fighter. Apparently, she's very well known.
I was gonna go see if there was a Sumerian I could hire.
I don't know. Mr. Sully gave me to her for free. He said he had an extra. He was looking for a big shitty dancer.
Oh, is she a dancer?
No, she's not a dancer. She's a fighter, but he's looking for a dancer. I did get a shield right earlier, though.
Alright. I think we might need two, if I'm honest, right?
Yeah.
I never wanted to be.
She's almost, I would use the little, like, ritual tools to get the stuff.
Oh, I don't have a ritual tool.
Oh, I do.
Sorry.
I've been gathering, like, a little bit of everything, you know. So I get this, and then I can train her as well, so it's like kills two birds with one stone.
Yeah, and I'm always gonna go out and look for like a Sumerian or somebody to hire, because honestly, I'm worried. I hope she can make it. Yeah, no, we were.
Well, I was told to put her in Arena Champions armor, but she's only in Champions because I can't do the arena stuff. That would have to be like Mr. King or something.
Yeah.
Mr. Mogul.
Because it's like the Godbreaker stuff. I think is like the best in armor. But
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
She needs more food. Oh, the damn food.
Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it?
I gave her like 3 different 500 stacks of food and she ate all of it.
My god.
Yeah.
Oh, how many seasons? 15? That's not bad, lady. Thick skull. Yeah, you are thick-skulled. Huh. I don't know.
Cook some food.
Because I honestly think, yeah, we'll probably need 2 or 3 of them just because sometimes Bob's a dick. Or maybe like an archer. Plink Bob in the face.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Thanks to see you out here.
Yeah, no, I just needed something to do and I don't know what to do, so out I went.
We ran into our favorite goblin sucker.
What?
I'm Jezebel.
Oh, jeez, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. She had a mask on her face, so she wasn't gonna eat me, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, this is not at all concerning to me at all, but she said something about that creepy fuck tasting like blueberries.
You mean Mr. Carlos?
No, I know Carlos tastes like blueberries. The
Shadow King.
yeah, and Carlos said he doesn't give these to anybody
I'm
but
good,
me.
thank you. No, I'm okay. I got a cigar. Thank you.
Yeah. So you know.
No, I don't know. I don't know if they're related or nothing, but she just said he tasted the blueberries. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't go about around licking people regularly, but I don't know. Maybe it's nothing to worry about. Maybe there's plenty of things to worry about in life, like crazy fucking fairy bullshit and people trying to eat my sister, and you know, ghosts trying to eat the cat, and portal mages, you know,
and
killing
people starting to some insults. Yeah,
people
gotcha.
starting a war over some insults. Mr. King wanting to declare us a fucking kingdom, you know, because that.
Honestly, I think we should do that. Honestly, I just think we should. Might as well just bite the bullet and do it, you know.
Okay, bite the bullet and do it. All right, you all are fucking crazy. Okay, sure, fucking fine, whatever. This will be fine. We're definitely not gonna end up dead. It's fucking fine. No, she's like, I don't know. It just.
That's so cool. I believe you got one of those.
Like,
crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
No, she's like, I don't know, man. I don't even know what to do with that.
What do you think of the new contract that we got yesterday, Mr. Sven?
Honestly, I'm 2 for 2 for undead things being really shit, but you know, maybe he's nice. He just seems like a skeleton that carries around a lot of animals and eats cheese. I don't know.
He's very, very friendly, very, very funny. It's nice to have around, despite it being like a miserable day.
I don't know. I just. God! All of it is just so fucking much.
Are you talking about like what happened yesterday? Like all crammed together?
No. The expedition sucked. Like it fucking sucked. I felt like we were tricked, which we were.
Wow.
But like, and then we lost. Of course it was a fucking greenskin, of course it was Dresden, and of course it was fucking missed until we had all fucking got out, and that made us look like absolute fucking idiots, and I feel super fucking bad. But like, I don't know, it just, and then all of the shit with like, the spooky ass fucking fairies, and like, the ghost, and just everything, and the queen.
I don't think the ghost is our problem, is it? I mean, Tall Trees is gonna help her, to my knowledge, so... I know Nyx is kind of our cat, but I don't know what's going on with that. Like,
Well,
is she
yeah, and I fucking
happy with the cat?
snapped at Nyx, like fucking was like, I don't know. I don't even remember what I snapped at her about, but I fucking snapped at her. Because I have a fucking anger issue, and I know I have a fucking anger issue, and I just start fucking getting wicked and cruel to people. For no fucking reason!
I don't think you're cruel, I just think you're short-tempered. But then again, so am I. We need a good outlet for our temper, though. We need, things to go do, things to blow up. And we have to, we're angry.
And I definitely don't feel like I have enough to do. I don't know what to do. I wanted to work on, like, a crowbar pry bar to like open those fucking portals, but I'm like kind of at a loss from where to start. I mean, I got ideas, but it's just like the amount of spell work to even make that work, and then like I don't know, man.
I wanted to take some magic wielders and go and test the barrier again.
I don't know.
I wanted to do that. I wanted to make a spyglass from scratch.
Yeah.
I wanted...
Spyglasses would be nice, man.
Yeah, you could work on, you know, making a... If Mystic has a Duke and a Mystic King can make a crystal lens, and we can make the hollow tubes, the scopes. That'd be interesting. We could do that. That was my project I was gonna do. I have to do something for the Queen because she asked me to make her some sort of like book thingy, but I haven't started on it because frankly, she's the last person I'm thinking about right now.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I wanted to fucking do some research on those fucking crystals that she said I was gonna be able to, and she never fucking returned, and she still got a warrant out for fucking governor. So I'm tempted to go pay, like, Mr. Carkix to do a stand-in trial on his behalf regarding, like, insults being non-fucking valid as a form of fucking currency. I don't fucking know.
I'm okay with this. I don't really know... I don't really know the point of like, doing the whole court thing and all that. She said she wanted to scare him. So...
Scare him?
Yeah, she wanted to scare him with the gods coming in and arresting him and putting on a mock trial at the court was to scare him.
Okay, I'm super not into the fucking power plays of your fucking 8 of you goddamn armored to the teeth people standing around me and threatening me, and I need a fucking podium to stand on so they can't be taller than me and scare me, and I don't like it.
I mean, what did you think about the meeting yesterday?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's sounds a hell of a lot like war, and that scares me because you know who dies in wars? Greenskins. Greenskins all die in wars.
I just don't know if we have the amount of people to fight her. She has a lot of allies. And...
Oh, and on top of that, right, like, I don't know, there's like some weird, vague familiarity about, like, the way they talk to me, and, like, a whole bunch of them knew that other Poppy, and, like, I don't know. And it freaks me the fuck out, because she definitely says I've killed somebody, which is really, really fucking scary. Definitely haven't. Me, anyways.
I'm unsure. I don't know. I just don't like how she like threw that necklace in there as like a stab in the back kind of thing.
Ooh, the necklace in there, the necklace that he made her. You don't get to act like that's something you fucking
I know.
kind about.
Help you. I do have the kindness in my heart, but there's not much left in there. But okay.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go get a berserker?
Probably. I'm gonna go fuck off and see if I can keep my mind off of everything. But I'll go look, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Have fun.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Love you.
Love you too.
No. That's the thing, though. That's the thing. Poppy... Okay. It would be fine if this was Poppy. If it was Poppy, right? And she knew that. If this was Poppy and or Quiet, with any of her fucking memories, that would be fine. Because yes, Quiet fucking helped kill someone with the queen and that entire people. That entire group of people. She was like, yes, murder them. Let's do it. This is a fae who has broken the rules. But, and she just, you know, she had a lot more exceptionalism for them because that fae believed death was the true enemy, and you know, the fucking undead creatures didn't bother her so much, right? Problem is this Poppy, okay, I guess it's fucking dark. This Poppy does not have that belief. Does not believe that death is the enemy. This Poppy, you know, believes that death is a natural thing that needs to happen. And she doesn't know Carlos or the Queen or Odette or any of those people from any others. Honestly, in her opinion, the person she likes the most there, that she's like, yeah, no, I like them. They seem, you know, like they need help, is Ricky, who's the guard, the undead guard. She's just, for some reason, she's got it in her head that that's a person. And that's a person who's just, you know. Yeah. Oh, no. Poppy understands and appreciates that he's been friendly towards her. That, don't get it twisted that she just has this massive mistrust of the entire organization because they keep fucking showing up and threatening them. And she's just like, what am I supposed to fucking do with that? Where's my knockout stick? There's my knockout stick. Yeah. He hasn't. No, I know. Not because you wouldn't, but because you're not usually there with them at that point in time. Yeah. You would totally be in that mosh pit. And I don't think it's necessary. Like, I do think it's an intimidation tactic, but the thing about it is Poppy's like, you fuckers come into my goddamn house and tower over me and do this shit. Like, you don't come in with a friendly demeanor at all. You come in acting really suspicious. Like, you are here to be intimidating, and I'm not okay with that, so get the fuck out of my house. Oh, yeah, no. Like, and I know Azalea, or whatever her name was not trying to talk over me, but Poppy was like, no, you don't get to do that. Yeah. Oh my god, why can't this guy, can you put your fucking, are you done? Can you actually keep your stuff now?
Crumbs, poxy balls!
Crumbs, poxy balls! Listen, I'm just waiting for the fucking pail to pop back up. We're going back into the void.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life. Your death will be as
I mean, I'm glad that, like, the executioner was definitely the thing there that got me a little freaked out, right? I was like, that's creepy. But I think that's the golem. No pail.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
Okay, motherfucker. Is he still attached or no? No, I have to manually go. No capture item. Oh, that's not the answer. Is he still attached? I cannot tell. No, he's not. Okay. This is... I don't... See, I OOC think that's who that is. I see have no fucking idea. Like, I don't know, nor would Poppy know who that was anyways, right? Like, Poppy wouldn't know who that was anyways. So, like, but, like, he did step back. And I think they don't realize it's fine when one person is standing that close, but when you have 5 or 6 of them in a semicircle around you and they're all 2 to 3 times taller than you, it is very intimidating. And when they're talking about what you've done wrong, that shit is scary as fuck. Great. Star Medal. Or Starfall. Yeah. She's like, I don't know what the appropriate discourse for dealing with a queen is, but you want to know how we deal with the fucking leaders of the hold where we're from? We yell at them, and if they don't fucking listen and they start doing things that we don't like, they get a lot of fireballs, and if they don't survive, they don't fucking survive. And help with how he looks. Demons aren't made to look friendly. So it's not that. It's not that. It's just his association with Etheria, because all of a sudden Etheria has become very, very scary, right? And like, Poppy's like, I would like to have a decent relationship with the queen, but like, she comes into my house and she does things that are very not okay. Like, you're exerting power over someone who is intrinsically a powerless person. Like, most of the goblins, when you make threats, that's because you want to kill them. And they've come from a culture knowing that. They're not going to respond in any way like, I want to be around you, or interact with you, or talk to any of you. Which is why they were all so cold last night to Carlos and to Dia and everybody who showed up. Because they were like, it's not safe to be around you guys. You guys will kill us. And like, that's, I think, the difference between Poppy the Goblin and Poppy the Fae, is Poppy the Fae knows she is a powerful fucking creature and knows that she can deal with bullshit from people. Poppy the Goblin has the complete opposite situation. Poppy knows she is a goblin. She knows she is a creature that is like the bottom of the fucking food chain. Yeah, I am too. They're really cool. Like, she knows that people kill goblins for fun. Like, and she came from a civilized goblin society that is extremely exclusionary, because that's the only way they survive and develop. Because if you let in orcs or if you let in other greenskins, they enslave the goblins and they're not much more than fucking toys or food. So even other greenskins they're very cautious of, because, you know, I've gone too far. Because other greenskins will take advantage of them and suppress them or kill them or any of that kind of stuff. Let alone exposure to any other fucking races. You know, all the books say that, you know, other races kill, maim, slaughter, enslave, torture goblins. Because they can. And warbanders, who's the other faction of, like, their species, will confirm that. The ones who've been out in the world and outside of the hold are like, yeah, no, they absolutely fucking will kill you. No questions asked. So she's like, I don't really feel safe. I especially don't feel safe with somebody making threats and trying to lean into a power disparity or power difference that's so massive. Like, what am I supposed to do about this? You are a queen with an entire retinue at your back, and I am a goblin who makes weird shit. And my friend is a goblin who makes weird shit. And you've threatened to kill him. You've threatened to burn me alive because I killed somebody. Trial by fire, I believe is what she said. Like, individualistically, Poppy doesn't have too many issues with a lot of the people in the household. It's all together when they're acting as a kingdom's unit that she goes, this is dangerous to be around. I don't really want to be around this. I feel like I'm going to die. And, like, I'm not sure if the intention is to push PvP, but that really is how it feels like it's going. Yeah. Before Dia, Carlos wanted a goblin partner because he's a man whore mentality. Dia's a good influence on him and turned all that around. He wanted a goblin partner? What do you mean? What exposure has he had to goblins that he was like, I want one of those? Who keeps stealing my fucking horns? Single forever at this point. Is Carlos being Carlos? Listen, Carlos knows though that like Poppy was a fae, right? Like Carlos knew that, right? Like he knew Quiet and Poppy were the same person or aspects of the same person. Like he's aware of that fact, right? Like he knew that because of the way that they would intersperse and they would know the information that the other one knew. Like I know he knows both of them. I don't know if he ever put it together that they were the same person. I have figured after 3 seasons he had. Like, for a good long while there, Poppy did not really hide the fact that she was a fae. Like, she'd tell everybody, yeah, I'm a hobgoblin, which is absolutely the truth. Yeah, OOC, I can't fucking remember, yeah. But it's like, I feel like the Countess knew that, too. The Countess knew Poppy was a fae. I don't know if she knew that Poppy and Quiet were the same person, you know? I'm not sure if she knew that. Would you relax, Kelpie? Man, you know what I wish is that this could be dyed. If we put this outside, can you grab this for her? Like, if we put this out here, can you, like, grab her stuff and take it? We don't have access to it. We're just, like... And we don't want to, like, not give her stuff back. But, you know how it be. Yeah, that's Jesse's stuff. I'm just gonna put this one in fucking Silent Legion, because that's the easiest to make. Gotta have some kind of weapon in here that'll work. You done? Not even fucking close. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Where's the DM, Jilly? This is unacceptable how slow your DMs are. I guess I'll go get another one, maybe? I'll go get some dream dust, because I haven't gotten any dream dust in a couple days, and that's Poppy's, like, thing that she likes. My question is, where is this AFK motherfucker? Also, we need to fix this hole. Let me fix this hole, because there's a hole in our floor. That could work. This one. I think when Korvax picked up his POI, he picked up the floor. But I think he picked up the floor when he picked up a POI. It's okay. There was a hole and I fell through and I got like trapped and I was like, oh my god, what do I do? I need to like... I started collecting like super weird shit. Like I have the cigarette, the immovable rod, the breath, the fucking drums, the glasses. Like I just have a lot of weird shit. I love this horrible malfeasance of a building. Seems safe, right? Seems perfectly safe. casual hole in her roof here. I love it. But yeah, I think I need to, Oh, now I've got the drums in the air. That's what I meant. It's definitely what I wanted. Yeah, that fucking craft is crazy long. I was gonna go get more dream dust. Also, I know you told me I'm supposed to have rituals from the spell guy at the city, but I do not have rituals. I have the ritual hub, like the teleport hub, but yeah. Yeah, but the no. No. I know it is. I know what it's supposed to do. I know what it's supposed to do, but I can't get the items. Man, there's nothing close to getting over there. Like I can't get the summoning circle. Yeah. This blocking spawns? No, it's not. Yeah, but the other option was staffs, right? Yeah, I would absolutely take staffs over the ritual circle. That does not work. I thought maybe it was like, I didn't read it, right? Like I clicked and then I clicked and I was like, well, I guess that's the decision. I had no idea what I had. I just know that one was rituals. I didn't know the second one was staves. But like, yeah. If it was like able to make ritual circles and stuff like that, yeah, I'd take that. But it wasn't. So it was like, whatever. Friend. Ooh, ooh. He's less strong. I can get him, though. I just don't know where the closest way to run back is. Like, I suppose I could run all the way through the jungle. Stop it, or I'm gonna kill you. We're just gonna tame a bunch of fucking fighters, and it's just gonna be like, nah. You know what we'll do? We'll tame fighters for when we end up PvPing with the kingdom. And they won't be fucking anything, but they'll be, yeah, I don't know. I know that you could probably do it if you go all the way through, like, the tree for ancient sorcery, but Poppy doesn't know ancient sorcery. I wish I had something I could roll for tinkering. Like, I mean, I guess concoctions, but, like, I don't even know what concoctions are. I feel like it's a dead skill. Like, honestly, I kind of wish I could redo my profession instead of as an alchemist. Because, yeah, whatever. As, like, a fucking ranged smith. Because guns and grenades. But, it's not super important. And I'm not sure if I really want to or not. But, like, the only thing I make, honestly, is the cores. Everything else, I'm just like, nah, I don't do that. But we have, like, 6 fucking alchemists in our house, and I don't know. actually pretty happy with where our portal is. I think it's far enough away from the cave that people don't render all of the stuff in when they load in. But it's close enough, it's not horrible. I don't know. Somehow I completely turned myself around. So here's the other thing I'm totally unsure of, right? With like the Etherean kingdom. There's a number of staff members in that kingdom, right? And they're playing their main characters, who are multi-season characters. I don't think they're meant to be the BBGs. I don't think they're meant to be the service story BBGs. I don't think they're meant to be killed. I think they're just the player characters, right? I'm actually gonna ask to see if I can switch my fucking profession. And then like respec. I'm gonna boop you. I'm gonna make another problem child ticket. Struggle. There. I formally put in the ticket for it. Because I don't know. It's okay if the answer's no. I'm just like, our class change? Our class change? Listen. I probably picked the wrong ticket. Ah! Wow, listen, I yeah. Are you telling me? Fine, fine. You asked for this? This is your fucking fault? Hi. 1 second. I'm just...
What you doing?
I'm praying to my god of chili and spice about, being able to pray the wrong way.
Pray the what?
I'm tormenting my god with many petty requests, okay?
Ah. Okay, have fun. Why?
I think I'm, relearning my professions because I feel like I need guns in my life.
I kind of want to train to be something else other than a berserker.
Well, I am seeing how I don't really do much fucking alchemy, I am gunning for it. Whip.
Hi, how?
Yeah, Seth. Also, I've gone out and gotten some people to train up to do mob killing. Problem Child 52, what the fuck? I am a problem every
Yes, you
day.
are.
I gotta feed the new god.
Corvex, I need you to teach me how to fucking smith a gun, or at least the pieces, so I can make a gun, because I need it to go boom and my life is not complete without explosions. Show me how to make
Well-
stuff with metal that isn't involving just like beating it with a stick or stealing it out of the trash.
Well, when you make a gun, it's not just smithing, you also have to mill it. So, what you would do is you need to find metal of the proper strength. So, let's say you want to fire a really big bullet. You need a lot of powder to fire a big bullet.
I am
That means a lot of pressure.
okay, yeah, got the understanding about the boom boom part. That part I understand. The gunpowder.
So,
Pew.
when the pressure is created, the barrel has to be able to withstand that stress by an order of 2, essentially. Like, you need it strong enough to resist twice the amount of gunpowder you're using. I personally prefer hexagonal barrels over round ones, just because one, they're easier to make, and two, if usually the hexagonal barrel's a bit heavier than the round barrels. So not only will you be able to have a gun that can handle the pressure, but you also have what is essentially a beating stick.
Okay, so I got a question. Where's my trash pile?
Do we need anything at all? Like, do we need any other reagents that I haven't gotten yet?
Well, we need a lot of the religious reagents. I brought back 60 cum jars, so we should be good on that.
I brought
Okay.
back a bunch of meat this morning. 80 pieces of meat.
Oh, okay. Then we've got plenty of lingering essences too for now.
If I want to make a gun, I can fire something this big.
That's not a gun, Poppy. That's a cannon. That's like a 2-pound cannon.
Well, I mean, this is a little bit smaller than I want. About my head size.
Yeah, okay, then we're talking more like a 5-pound ball, which is still a fucking cannon, Poppy.
Yes.
Okay, so at that point, we're no longer talking about making a rod and milling it down. We're talking about... Do you know how a bell is made?
Yes, you rifle around in the trash until you find a piece of metal that has a very nice sound,
No.
and then you hit it.
No. Okay. So how you make a proper bell is you don't forge it, you mold it. So what you would do is you would make a mold in the shape that you need. And this is a little trial and error because we're going to need to do some test firing on a few different ones. But it's the same idea of making a bell. You make a mold, you pour the metal in as quickly as possible because you want it to cool at a uniform rate. So no part of it is brittle. And then you have to drill out the ignition hole, essentially, the fuse hole. At that point, if it is not brittle and it can handle the pressures, you have a cannon. But I haven't made one of those in a long time, and I know the basics of it, but it would take a lot of trial and error to make a cannon like that.
I'm making a cannon!
Bitches love cannons.
I'm going to make a cannon to learn how to make guns. Obviously, they're the same thing. And,
yeah, technically, it's just you make them differently. I wouldn't cast a gun barrel. I would just forge it. Because, it's easier to forge it and make it uniform than casting an entire cannon barrel, which takes... It's technically easier insofar as, like, the manual labor, but it's harder in the fact that, one, you have to make the mold perfect, and then two, you have to pour it and hope that you get a uniform, cooling throughout the barrel, or it's going to shatter. And when you shoot it and it shatters, well, you have an explosion and a lot of cast iron metal fragments going everywhere. It's not a fun time.
Okay. So, then, what I need... Do you think I
Come
can
on.
make it out of glass?
No! What the fuck?
Hear me out. I can reinforce the glass because then I can do, like, different various lens etchings to empower the cannonballs with things like fireball
Poppy,
or ice, blizzard or whatever.
Hey, Poppy, do you know how hard that's going to be? Because we're going to have to rune every inch of that fucking barrel to withstand the pressures it's gonna undergo when it fires the cannonball. Like it's if we don't get every fucking little bit, there will be a weak spot and that thing is going to fucking explode.
I don't
If
know
you
what
want to
do.
make a cannon, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're going to get copper and tin, and you need 2 parts copper, 1 part tin to make bronze. All right. You're going to melt down an absolute fuck ton of that once you have it alloyed, and bronze is the best thing to make cannons out of.
Bronze. I feel like this is just you, like, puffing up your own ego.
What? No, it... The reason why bronze is so good for making cannons is because of its properties, not because it has anything to do with copper. I'm not a bronze fucking dragon, I'm a copper dragon. I'm not telling you to make a copper cannon. That would be a bad idea. Copper's way too soft for that.
I mean,
So-
copper maintains spellworks really well, though.
It does because it's a good conductor, but for resisting pressure, you want bronze. It's easier to work with than iron or steel insofar that its cooling temperatures and all that, it doesn't get as brittle as iron does or steel does if it cools incorrectly. It's a lot more forgiving and it can handle the pressures of the cannon. So if you're going to make a cannon, make it out of bronze. Bronze is comparatively the easiest alloy that you can make. It's, like I said, 2 parts copper, 1 part tin. Once you've got it melted down and alloyed, then you just pour it into the mold and you have to wait around 4 days to a week for it to cool, depending on the size, maybe longer, but once it's properly and fully cooled, then you can start test firing. And I would highly suggest that you light the fuse from a very far distance away until you know it can handle the pressures.
I wonder if I could use, instead of gunpowder, compressed fireball.
We can measure the pressure created by gunpowder a lot better. Can you consistently make the same size and pressure fireball every single time?
Yes, if I use aether.
Okay. So you would, instead of having gunpowder, you would inject aether into the fucking breach and turn it into a fireball?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, if you can do it consistently, then that's fine, but if
do you know how measuring cups work?
Yes, I do, but I don't know how you're going to... Are you just gonna, have a bucket of it on your hip and ladle it out in, a half-cup portion or something?
Sounds reasonable.
That's gonna... No, it doesn't.
Okay,
You're gonna be moving around in combat.
Let me... Okay, but I'm not fucking carrying a cannon around in combat. Listen to me. A spell, like Fireball, is approximately 3 seconds of channeling, right? And Aether ounce is a minute.
Okay.
So there is approximately 20 fireballs worth of Aether in a single fucking ounce.
Right, I know math.
Yeah, so it's not like I have to be carrying around a fucking, barrel of Aether. Couple ounces is enough for more shots than I would necessarily need. As well as if you compress it and then you like forward motion.
If you're in a prolonged engagement, how are you going to get more?
If I'm in a prolonged engagement with a cannon,
Yep.
cannons don't move very much, do they? It's probably in a defensive position, like somewhere where we would likely have an Aether still. And at that point...
Not always. We can limber it to a horse and move it pretty quickly.
At that point, you're just going to channel directly into it, which is not Aether, it's not as consistent, and you do get variation. But if you run out of fucking Aether, it means you've probably gone... So if I'm carrying around, I don't know, fucking 16 ounces of Aether, or even just 10 ounces of Aether, that's 200 shots with a fucking cannon? Where are we carrying 200 cannonballs?
What's your rate of fire?
It's a cannon.
How quickly? Yeah, how quickly could you get
How
the
quickly can you
cannon back
fire
up?
a normal cannon?
Well, that's going to be different because with a normal cannon, what would happen is you would have about 3 to 4 people servicing the weapon. One of them is entirely dedicated to getting the ball in. One of them is throwing the powder charge in. And then you have another guy cleaning and wetting the barrel so that there are no sparks to set off the next charge. So it goes something like this. You clean the cannon, you throw in the charge, you put in the ball. The guy that cleaned it and wetted his tool has on the other end a stopper that he just uses to ram the ball down and seat it on the charge and make sure it's finally seated. The guy in the back running that into the cannon has a pricker, which he will insert through the fuse hole and prick the charge, and then he will fill the hole with a fuse or gunpowder. And he also has a match on the opposite end that he can use to light and fire the cannon. So it goes something like all of that, you fire and you repeat that process. A good cannon crew running a light gun can probably shoot every 3 to 4 seconds.
3 to 4 seconds. I don't believe you.
If they are a veteran crew and they're well rested and they're not worn out.
And how
that
long
would go
can they
up to something
maintain
more
that
like,
for?
Veteran crew in good shape, probably something like 4 or 5 shots before they start getting worn down.
Okay, so they can go for 15 seconds and fire 5 shots. Okay, you still...
It depends, again, on the crew and the weight of the gun and a few other factors, but technically possible.
It's ridiculous. I'm envisioning something like a... You're gonna fucking hate this, but a crystalline cannon, because then you can empower each of them with different spell works. A spell cannon.
And at that point, that's no longer a cannon, that's just a launcher.
Is that not what a cannon is?
A cannon is a gun. A launcher is more like it sounds like you're talking more like a magical catapult. You're just channeling the magic through a crystal.
Not exactly. I'm still kind of thinking out the design. I'm going to draw out a design and then I'm going to share it with you and then we're going to make it.
And to be clear, when I'm saying like somewhere between 3 and 6 seconds, I'm talking about a very light gun, like a 2-pounder, where a man can be standing there with like 3 or 4 balls in his hand, and he can, the moment of cannon fires, they can just move in, clean it, throw the charge in, throw the ball in, pack it real quick, and then fire again. So a heavier gun will take a lot longer.
I guess it depends on if I want to use physical projectiles or magical projectiles. Or just, you know, various different forms.
Why
of
not
explosion.
magical physical projectiles? How about hollow charges? Do you know what a hollow charge is?
What are you talking about?
So it's a hollow cannonball that's filled with explosive of some kind and then fired at the enemy. One of my favorite little combination for runes to put on cannonballs is that you get a hollow cannonball, and before you seal it, you write runes of kinetic energy inside of them. And what happens is, whenever that ball moves, it stores up a little bit of kinetic energy. And upon firing it, it gets a lot of kinetic energy because it's siphoning off just a little bit from the distance it moves, the explosion of the gunpowder, all of that. So it'll have a nice big charge, and when it hits something and stops, it releases that charge and makes a nice big boom.
Hmm. Hmm. Eh. Just looking at my trebuchet. Spend a lot more like explosive energy in place of mechanical energy for the launching with a cannon instead of a trebuchet. Hmm. Hmm.
Wait. Hang on.
Is it-
The right here, right, that cannon right there.
It-
You gotta make the barrel a little thicker.
But I just drew like an upside down bell, and then the explosion comes out the top. Pew.
Right, but you need to make it thicker and longer, just how they like it.
Thicker and longer. What do you mean
Yes.
thicker and longer? What if I like it short
Well,
and fat?
Okay. Well, hang on. Well, I mean, it's gonna be fatter and longer, so it's got to have enough time to burn all the powder if you're gonna use powder.
Hmm.
So you need the barrel longer so you get enough. Here, let me show you.
Oh god, put that away. No, I don't want to see that. It's my kittens. Ah, my kittens.
So it needs to be about that long. And you know the word cannon that we use as like the staple for most cannons is actually a specific length and size of gun. It's just become more the common usage, but the Culverin style there that I just drew gives you a little bit more muzzle length, and it's a little fatter, you know. So it's what I call the crowd pleaser.
Wow. Okay.
You load that full of grape shot, and you give the wandering hordes the taste of the grape. You know what I mean? Nice juicy grapes. Fat plums.
I guess the question is, how big of a cannon do I want?
Well, even a 2-pound cannon is pretty devastating when used against infantry and horses. But if you're going against fortifications, you'll want something more in the 10 to 15 to 20-pound range.
And that's how big the bolts are?
Yes, the balls are always the measurement. You gotta go with the balls first.
You two are the worst.
What are you talking about? I'm making a cannon, Nezzy!
Mrs. Sully was talking about his balls today. It was really weird.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe he wants to show them to you.
Maybe I'd like to see yours instead.
This is why I need a cannon.
But yeah, when we're moving up into like the 10, 15, 20-pound range, the reload's more like somewhere between 15 and 30 seconds, upwards of a minute. It kind of depends on a few factors. Like I said before, light cannons are a lot faster to fire.
At what point does a cannon become a gun?
Cannons are guns. They are just given different nomenclature because they are artillery rather than man-portable. Artillery is generally not man-portable outside of mortars. Now, if you want to make a mortar, that's more like the bell shape that you use, because you're not worried about, the tricky little things like muzzle velocity and all of that. You are just lobbing a ball up and over. And the smaller mortars, you can, if you have a couple of guys, you can just pick it up and move it, because you're not dealing with as much metal. Ah, yes, kick the painting.
Did that not work? Why didn't that work?
I need to think about cooking some dinner.
Yeah. What's up?
The fighter out there, took out Bob in 2 hits, so.
Oh, nice. Why the flying fuck? Can I not figure out why pictures aren't working for me anymore? Ooh! Where'd you get these?
We had some of the grapes in the kitchen and we had some ice, so I crushed some ice up and
Ooh.
put the grapes on top of it, and voila.
Why can't I post things to Imgur anymore?
Today we are going.
Why can't I get anything on Imgur? I think my puppy has to go potty. I don't think anything broke. I gotta take my puppy potty. I don't know. Imgur is being really weird and none of my links are working. Do you have to go potty? Let's go potty. Come on, baby. Ed. No, when I'm on Imgur, so sorry, I went to go let my dog back in and get some mac and cheese. When I'm on Imgur, it just loads nothing. It says I can't, the requested page could not be found. Even though it's showing me all of my stuff. Like, nah, I can't do that. And it's been doing this for me for weeks. It shows me all of the original pictures, right? Like, if I go look at them, I can see all of the stuff I posted over the time. I think there's actually some stuff missing now that I look at it, but, you know. But it just doesn't want to load, and I don't know what else you have to do to get these to work. I've only ever used Imgur. I mean, I'm sure there's other image hosting sites that work. I just don't know any. Hey, that worked. Okay. Poppy out here and be like, cannons. Every level of explosions. Okay. Yeah. I still think I need an RPR reset. Because, like, I don't think I've ever used either of these. At all. I don't have something to do, like, mechanical rolls with. And that was the thing that drove me. I was like, I don't think I have anything. Listen, if you want to change their stuff, I just didn't like them looking like fucking undead monsters. And I have the skin thing right here. That was the one I picked, okay? I would have made their uniform blue, but I don't want to manually dye 4 colors on every single fucking armor piece for every thrall. Because we can't tot our fucking thralls. They want us to manually change all of that stuff. I know, right? I need a mannequin so I can make a fucking... Listen, I have thoughts and ideas, and I'm like, I don't know what kind of cannon she actually wants to make. You know, it's like her doctorate dissertation. I'm changing to the ranged, the one who makes guns. One, because I've never done an alchemical thing in my fucking life. The only thing I've ever done is the void. I've done the void metal. And these. But we have everybody else and their mother is an alchemist. But because that's who's got the goddamn grenades and the guns. And that seems like a Poppy thing. Hi.
Hello.
I'm going to make a
Permish-
cannon.
You're gonna make a what?
A cannon.
Fuck yeah. Permission to use your pool?
Sure. You gonna try and come and execute anyone in my family?
Oh, wait, what?
Are you going to come and try and execute anyone in my family or my co-workers?
Listen, I hope that we would have realized by now that I may live with Etheria, but I really don't agree with their methods.
Have you considered handing in your resignation for employment yet?
Yeah, I'm scared. Thanks for reminding me.
You're scared. You know,
Always.
you could literally live with any of the other giants, or us, or, you know, the Valdoon people. But you're instead living with a bunch of psychopathic undead people.
Yeah, I know.
You know-
it's not good. I'm scared. I'm sorry. I've got issues.
You know what else I literally saw today? Or yesterday? 2 actual factual frost giants. Unlike you, who
They
look
were
like somebody...
actually very entertaining. They were very
Yeah, I
entertaining.
saw them too. The blue
were
ones.
gorgeous.
Yeah, unlike you, who looks like somebody dipped you in a, like, flower bed of roses or something.
Poppy.
Yeah.
I think he's cute too. I think the frost giants are a hoot though. They live closest, right? Or
Yeah, they
something?
live, like, right outside.
Yeah.
No,
I
I'm
wanna
just
go
saying,
give him a
I only
visit.
know he's a frost giant because he's told me. Okay, boy. You could...
Well,
Believe
I'm
it?
just thinking. No, I'm just thinking. I need to kill this character off.
What?
Yeah.
That's not a thing that you say, Sully.
He wants to be like you and me. He wants to be like you and me.
Sometimes
Just-
Sully says inside thoughts outside, and he needs to
Just
work
tell him like you don't want to be, you know, like their servant anymore or whatever. What could possibly go wrong if you do that?
I think he's new.
No.
Or
You do
I got an
wanna- or do you
idea.
wanna say
I
that?
got an idea. We could make like a spell that makes him look like a totally different person. And then we could find like some other frost giant and then make him look like Sully and then say
Fake as
that he was dead.
Fake as death.
Fake is dead. Exactly.
Okay. I mean, it's not, you know, a far-fetched idea. We could definitely work on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think he just needs some training.
I mean, when you signed that piece of paper and that you made that oath, like, what did it entail?
I didn't really sign anything. I think that was just more of a deed for a house.
What if we start your house on fire?
No, I just.
That's called war.
Oh. No, that's called
I just have
arson.
a lot of fears. I don't.
Okay, what are said fears?
Betraying loyalty. Being hunted down by them. No longer being friendly with them. Again, I'm just a BFG, big friendly giant. And I hate it.
I got an idea. Alright. Ain't nobody gonna know. Help me, Niz.
What do I do?
Take some
need
of the-
to go. I
Oh.
think I'm in trouble.
You are probably just gonna be given some guidance, is all.
Why do you think you get in trouble? For what? What'd you do?
Oh, it's okay. Mistakes have been made.
Wow, Chili.
With what exactly?
Oh, speaking my mind.
Oh.
No,
Really?
You're
You
just,
can't do that?
no, all it's gonna be is just some direction. And some,
Uh-huh.
like, guidance. That's all it's really gonna be. Don't worry about it.
Okay, well.
We're turning you blue, though. We're going to make you a wonderful disguise while you have that head conversation.
Yeah, Alright, we'll come by later.
Okay. We'll finish painting you blue then and fake your death.
Okay.
Hi, Mr. Sully.
Bye, Sully.
Bye, Mr. Sully.
Take care.
Bye.
I think he's very new.
Is he in trouble or something? Like, what's wrong?
I think it's more something in his head.
Oh, I see.
Also, who's that on the bridge?
I don't fucking know. Let's go see.
I think there's only one up there.
Hello?
Hello?
Oh. Greetings.
Hello?
Yeah, I know. That's what I was trying to tell him.
Waiting
Tickets are
for
scary.
my companion.
They
She's
fool.
showing me a way to go to her house.
Yeah, I'm just suffering a bitch of a headache. I'm getting there.
I hear her.
Sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
Because I'm kissing the rock wall of your cavern here.
How did you get to the rock wall?
Because I floated to it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Because I had to float. Oh god. Oh. Deities. Let me up.
I'm sorry you're having a headache and all that.
Yeah, no tickets, especially if you're new. The first time you get a
Unfortunately,
ticket is really
This
fucking
is the
hard.
fastest way to my house.
I'm sorry that our house hits your head.
That's what I meant to say, yes.
What it is. It is what it is.
I still don't see you. Oh, there you are. Okay. I was like, hot
It took me a
damn.
while.
Yeah.
It took me a while to finally release the rock.
I mean, it might be better to actually walk than. I mean, we do have the guide rails mostly safe.
I the only reason I float is because if I float along, sometimes I get caught by the guardrail. And this time I just floated just a little bit to the side and I went over.
Gotcha. All right. All right.
Usually I just float my way through and then I float up there. But yeah, I was just taking him to my shop.
Where do you live?
It's Great Dam. Literally right
Oh,
outside
you're
my
the
house.
one. Okay, okay. Because I was like, I wonder whose house that is. It's been there forever. I was like, I've never seen anyone there. Oh, good to know.
Yeah, I'm usually out.
Yeah.
But fastest way to mine from here. Just gotta get through, things.
Yeah, I mean,
Controls.
the other option is going through Valdrone and then running.
I went, that's the way I was going.
Mhm.
And inevitably, this is the shortest route if I can get through my day.
Yeah. Is it?
So it's,
I mean, there's
Plus-
certain days where I'm like, I think it's shorter to go to Valdrone than to come actually through our own cave sometimes.
sometime. Especially if the world's feeling... If everything's feeling a lot busy.
Yeah,
Really
like if
busy
there's
out there.
30 fucking people here, I know it's shorter to actually just go Valdrone and come through the main entrance than to try and walk the fucking bridge.
Usually that's the way I will go. But I didn't feel like, earlier I decided I was trying to get to Valdrune, but I found myself, because of my struggling with my head sometimes, I found myself going to the sky and going up and up and up and up.
Oh no.
So I thought I would, go through a little bit of head trauma versus a little bit of falling to the ground next time.
Yeah, no, that makes sense a lot.
I'm just glad that the water was below.
Yeah,
'Cause it caught my fall.
absolutely, yeah. No, but you're welcome to pass through. I don't think we ever intend on putting a door up, unless, we somehow decide we're going to be isolationists, which is usually bad for business. But,
But usually just float on through. But well, now that I'm done kissing the rock wall underneath the building,
Okay.
and just making out with the rock whales. Yeah, wow, rock
Wow.
walls.
Became very into with it.
I'm lonely apparently.
You can make you a rock golem.
No, he's gonna be rock hard, but that's not the kind of rock hard I'm looking for.
Okay!
Mhm. All right.
Alright. Onwards we go.
Okay, bye!
Happy to float through, or this gets run through now.
Oh, hello and goodbye.
Okay, bye!
Take care.
You're not gonna kiss another rock wall, are you?
That was interesting.
Yeah. What were we doing before? I totally forgot.
We were trying to turn the giant blue.
Oh yeah, but he left.
Yeah. Nah, I think, certain things, it's tough when you're not exactly sure how to talk. When your inside thoughts go outside and your outside thoughts go inside.
I know, but
it's a
I'm worried
learning
about
experience.
Mr. Sully. I
I am too. He's definitely in a situation he doesn't want to be, and he doesn't want to involve himself in the conflict. And I don't know how I don't think he knows how to exit gracefully.
Yeah,
So,
I don't.
I'd love
I think
to.
he's scared of what they possibly might do to him, though. Too. That's a
What
whole
the
nother
what
thing.
might do him to him?
What they might do to him if he does.
Oh, yeah, no,
because
he's
he does, like, a
absolutely-
treachery.
He's absolutely afraid of retribution. I 100% agree with you.
Who are you talking to?
We were
Oh,
talking
there's
to
nothing.
Sully.
An escape plan.
Yeah.
Get the layout of the castle. Go underneath in the sewers to sneak him out of there. He has to wade through a tunnel, probably.
Well, I mean, I
What?
don't think the getting him. Okay, so Mr. Sully, I don't know if you know this about Mr. Sully. He's unhappy at Etheria,
Mhm.
and he's definitely has the want to leave, but I think he's very afraid of retribution.
He's not the only one, and I want to talk. I want family here, at least most of it.
Wait a minute.
To
Didn't you
talk
talk
about it.
Boris last night for a very long time?
And Dia, but there may be ears listening, and I'm not talking about it here.
That's why I closed the door. There
What-
should be nobody fucking
He isn't
listening.
listening. All the doors are closed.
I don't know.
Magical eavesdropping.
Okay.
I
Okay,
don't-
well then we
Listen,
put a
I
reward.
don't know if
Simple.
you know this, but if there's magical eavesdropping, it doesn't matter if things are twitching or not. They're gonna hear. Probably
Unless
because
it's worded properly, which then we
Then
have a
let's
room for
word it.
that.
we have a room for that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
What was that gonna be?
Let's wait for King to be awake.
Okay, well then in the meantime, why don't you make a platform while you're at
I
it?
cast summon dwarf.
Okay.
Alright, thank you.
No, I think.
I cast Steel Shield Kit.
What?
Alright.
Why are you
He's gonna make his
stealing-
house finally.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because he never made his platform. I cast both the doors to dwarves to wake up. Summon them, whatever.
I
I
don't-
Dugan too.
I
Tell
don't
me
know.
we found 2 other dwarves that are just young dwarves and hate spider lit. Hey, you a lot of help.
what? Yeah, that's a
You
yeah. He's just started. I have another one. His name is Timos.
Oh my goodness. You are thick and belly.
I mean, if you'd like, I can set his armor up so he looks like he's naked all the time, glistening.
No, it's Mr. Corvax is much better.
I don't have like anything super. Then what are you doing?
I want to set up a charm bracelet for everybody. So in the event that one of us goes missing, we have something like we could divination and Nelly touch and like for instance my hairbrush. I was thinking about Mr. Kovacs gave me a scale and I was gonna give him my hairbrush, but then I thought that was unhygienic, so I don't know what to give
Well,
him.
Bob's over there being a fucking shit.